those who were fighting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu then, some of them who knows me very well in Finland, you know, I didn't know that these were actually just a political pressure group. Like now you can see the difference between freedom fighting movement and the political pressure group. Political pressure group, they are, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fronting himself as a leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, hoping that the people following him are actually following him for the same purpose. But today, you can see that God have exposed them. You can see that they are now romancing Nigeria. You can see that those things they were accusing me of is actually what they are doing. You can see that today they are telling you how Nigeria is a sovereign state and all that. They are recognizing Nigeria sovereign state. You can, you know, so these are the things that, you know, I'm a little bit deviating because these are just something connected. So what I have to tell you is that when I made that statement, I did not consider Finland 5 years of war with Russia. I remember that that's a different thing. Remember that Finland, 5 years, it was 5 years of war. It was not actually 5 years of agitation. So it's a different thing. So if we would begin to calculate Finland, you know, independence move, it dated back to 18 something, okay? Like the time, the other day, I tried to explain the fight for independence. One thing you should know is that before Finland got independent, they have some kind of autonomy. That's what people don't know. They actually had some kind of autonomy. You know, they have some kind of autonomy that they were able to check how they can govern themselves. And that's exactly what we have actually replicated so far by creating the de facto government. And Nigeria don't know what we are doing. You know, so, and we can see how it has worked. We have also tested it by the exile government. Finland did not have exile government, you know, like we are having now, even though other countries have exile government and all that. So it is something that that just, you know, is just a divine statement I made, and I'm following that statement. You know, the December, this declaration. You know, so many people don't know how this declaration is going to happen and what we expect to, you know, how we are going to move very fast after that. But maybe when they will be watching the program live, and then the rain will begin to fall, because the program alone, you know, I don't want to say what we're going to do, but believe me, I believe you're going to be here in Finland. You are going to have.
Yes, I'm going to be there live and direct.
You're going to have a special task. You're going to have a special task, you know, in the meeting.
Yes, sir.
I will tell you when you come. So because I want this particular one to be captured, it's going to give a shock wave. Well, you know, what you're going to see when you come to Finland. I don't want to say it here, so that, you know, but let it be like that. So yes, 5 years is 5 years, and 5 years is this year. It's actually ending this December. So this December, after the declaration, we move to the phase 2 of the liberation of Biafra, which is fighting to recognize Biafra government and at the same time delegitimizing Nigeria. With the authority given to us by the Biafra people, over 50 million voted already. You can't ignore that. Nobody in this world will ignore the number of votes we have gained from the self-referendum. It is already in Wikipedia, approved by Wikipedia. You can never ignore it. The more they try to look down on what we are doing, the more we get validity and legitimacy from the outside world. You're going to see it happening. So when they were telling you, nobody's supervising it, where is the UN? What is happening today? Are the think tank not reporting it? Are the, you know, many institution, policy-making institution in the world not reporting the Biafra self-referendum? They don't know what is coming. Just watch and see. We have outsmarted Nigeria, and there is nothing that will make Nigeria not to break up. And I'm leading this breakup of Nigeria. Thank you.
Yes, Obatobi, you are welcome to United States of America. We greatly appreciate the effort you are making in trying to make sure that we have our freedom. Sorry, I am not in the house, in the Massachusetts house. This is Prince CK calling from United States of America. But I still have to join because I know what we are doing that is very, very important. I just have a question to ask. This question is this. What do you think, Obatobie, could be the intention of Nigerian government trying to limit Biafrans as a Southeast, even when they know that Biafra is beyond Southeast? Because by their action, and if you look at, just like you said, a lot of things they are doing, which indirectly they are telling us that they have recognized that Biafrans are going. By everything they are doing, they are trying to remove Southeast in it. And they know that Southeast, Biafra is far beyond Southeast. What do you think would be their intention, sir?
Their intention is just as stupid as them. That is exactly what there is no intention. You know, the point is that it is even good they are doing it. You know, they think that the Biafra we are fighting is the Biafra of when they created the 6th geopolitical zone. First of all, the 6th geopolitical zone was a fraud. Nobody voted for it. So they don't know where we are coming. You know, one thing is that, you know, Nigeria is looking, they don't look beyond their nose in this whole thing we are doing. They are looking at our faces. They're looking at Ojukwu failed. They're looking at Biafra failed, you know, in the 60s. They're looking at the 3 million children that died. So they were, you know, they are still taking us for a joke. And I like it because, you know, if they had taken me very seriously when Mazen Andikaro was kidnapped, you know, maybe, who knows? But, you know, so I like the fact that they enjoy my dancing, enjoy my, you know, my laughing and making all those content creators they call me. I like it. So let us continue to take us as a joke, like this is just for Southeast. Well, I will not say much, but the promise I'm making to the Biafra people and to them is that we have a map, okay? We have a well-defined map of Biafra, undisputed. So we are not just fighting for Biafra on the basis of the 6th geopolitical. So it's a fraud. It was not the agreement of the entire people. So we have our history. So we are going back to 1914. That's where we are going. So it's not the 6th geopolitical zone of yesterday or Obasanjo yesterday. No. So we have a map. I will not allow these people to continue to change the demography for their own interest. So we have a map, and that's where we are. And the reason why they are already giving us the Southeast like they are doing is because of the activities, which is somehow limited to the part of the Southeast. But I'm telling you, after December, we will shock them. Just watch and see.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Prime Minister. And I want to appreciate the good work you are doing. And we believe God will help us to achieve our country. Thank you so much.
Sir,
Luma, over to you.
Yeah, greetings, my fellow Biafrans, and all protocols observed. Welcome, His Excellency Mazen Simon Ekpa to the United States. Running out of time to go to work. That is why I just put up my hand for me to make my updates. So without wasting much of your time, yes. My update goes like this. Nonyem Omilikwe 250 Ejema.
I hope utmost success. Start over again. Dear Honorable Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and Nandi Kanu, you're strong in every single way. I hope utmost success for the freedom of Biafra as the country grows in its economy and culture. You both are strong, worthy, and wonderful. I've never seen any more determined person that's more brave than you. I hope someday Biafra will become a strong country with many men to fight and serve. The wonderful country of Biafra. I believe Biafra will become a strong and powerful country. One day, Biafra will be known as power and strength.
Thank you very much. We will definitely be one of the powerful country, and you the young one will sustain it. Remember that. Remember that we give a lot to fight for this freedom when it comes. And you must do everything to protect this freedom and sustain the prestige that we are building today. You must understand that. Very, very important. The young ones must make sure that they understand the importance of freedom.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's a beautiful poem. We're proud of you, children. Thank you.
Superstars, media.
My people, my Biafra people, how wanna day today? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. My people, no time for introduction for this one. I will go straight to the point on this one. Thanks to our Prime Minister for showing us this video, reminding us about the history, reminding us about those who were there in the Biafra.
All right, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back update and information. Is early Sunday morning for you. Let's go down directly to the information of the day. Today is the 22nd of December 2024 as it is hot. But I so unfortunate that information will come early this morning will be Sunday. Too good. But I go still drop on. Gunmen kill two police operatives in fresh attack in Nigeria southeast. According to a report by Premium Times, gunmen have killed two police operatives in Okigwe local government area of Imo State, located in Nigeria southeast. The attack, which has further heightened concern over insecurity in the region, occurred around 6 a.m. at Umuolome Junction along Okigwe-Umuahia Expressway. Premium Times gathered that the assailants, numbering about 25, ambushed the police patrol team and opened fire, leaving two officers dead on the spot. A police pickup truck used by the operatives was also set ablaze during the attack, making yet another brazen assault on security personnel in the area. Eyewitnesses' account suggests that the attackers approached in a coordinated manner, catching the officers off guard. The motive behind the attack remains unclear, but such incidents are often linked to separatist agitation and criminal activities that have plunged the southeast in recent years. The Imo State Police Command has yet to issue an official statement regarding the incident, and no group has claimed responsibility for the attack. Authorities have, however, intensified efforts to apprehend the perpetrators. A senior police officer who spoke anonymously described the incident as tragic and deeply concerned, emphasizing the urgent need to address the rising waves of violence against security forces. This latest assault adds to a series of targeted attacks on police formation and personnel in the southeast, raising questions about the effectiveness of current strategies to combat insecurity in the region, as communities in Imo State and beyond grapple with the growing instability. Residents are calling for decisive action to restore peace and protect lives. All right, this is happening live in Okigwe Road. Meanwhile, these police officers usually put checking points everywhere you go, especially in the southeast. It is one checking point or the other, and I'm wondering why this whole checking point have not been able to curb the insecurity that have been ravaging the environment. But one thing about this checking point is that whenever you go there, you will see the cars that are passing. The hands of the drivers usually come out from the window, and the hands of the police of the army usually go into the window. And when the hands of the drivers are coming out, it comes out with a paper. And when the hands of the police or the army are going up, it goes up to collect the paper. I don't know what that paper is called. If you know what the paper that these people are collecting from the driver is called, you can put it on the comment section. Make you no go be saying I'm go to talk everything. You can talk your own because you na fellow citizen. Na man you be, na woman you be. Talk your own, make I talk my own. If you be driver, will they follow us on this channel? Tell us that hand where the driver they bring out with pepper to they give police, and the hand where police they collect the pepper, waiting the inside make we know. Because me I no be driver, now the driver them go talk better. All right, in Okija, it has become a tragic day in Okija yesterday, where a lot of people were stampeded because they were going to collect rice from Obi Jackson Foundation. Obi Jackson is a son of Okija soil who decided to do good for his community. But as a result of that, because of the population, a lot of people came out to collect that rice because as it is, hunger day for the nation. How good, Bodo. From counting, I would have posted the video here, but I don't know how it's going to be for this our YouTube community. Some things are not allowed here, and we are trying to keep this community as safe as possible and abide by the rules and regulation, the terms and conditions that guard this community. If not, I would have posted that video here for you to see it. As it be, one information just dropped from my table. Now, they say Donald Trump has returned to the White House and he has threatened Nigerian banks. All right, let's look at that information as they go. The former U.S. President Donald Trump's proposed tax reform and tariff are raising concern about their potential impact on Nigerian bank sector and foreign direct investment (FDE). A recent report highlights the risks associated with Donald Trump's plan to slash the U.S. corporate tax rate from 21 to 15%. In the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, a signature policy of Trump's presidency, saw U.S. firms repatriate $777 billion, leading to a sharp decline in Nigeria FDI from 4.65 billion in 2017 to 2.27 billion in 2018. All right. One question I have is, why is it that any decision made by all these foreign governments usually affect the Nigerian government? I say wow, because the government we are running here is a kind of government. Should I call it a servant government? Back to the information. A lot of people have lost their life, in Okija because they want to collect rice from Obi Jackson Foundation. Some bad talks don't they enter. A lot of people are saying how we end dog wig, how we end dog wig, okay, here the mother jack collect rice and dog wig go. Oh, say Taylor. But any civilized person and Onyabanamari here knows that even in some churches, it happened in the adoration the other time. Everyone was a stampede in the adoration. It has been happening in a lot of places where there is stampede. Even it has happened in a lot of churches where we have stampede. And this time it's Obi Jackson. And the other day it happened either in Ondo or Osun State, where the former wife of Oni of Ife organized a Christmas party for the children. According to them, the expectant was about 5,000 children, but they had an overflow that resulted to the inflow of 7,000 or more children, and 20 or more were stampede. The same thing happened the other day, I think yesterday, in Anambra State, where a lot of people, this one are not children, they were elderly people counting. I counted not less than 10 or 15 bodies. I counted on that video. I don't want to post the video here in order to protect our community, where you and I, they collect good information. Bikonu, ndị na-eke rice, people like Obi Jackson and other people who would want to share rice, please do it in a way that the citizens and Ndi Oborogi will not be stampede, because if that happens, you will be labeled on your way go. As it be, insecurity, Anambra community invites soldiers to protect indigenes at Christmas. This one they happen for Nimo in Njikoka local government area of Anambra State has invited military men to help secure the community during the Yuletide. There have been cases of insecurity in most communities in Anambra State, leading to killings, abduction, and armed robbery in most cases. A member of the cabinet of the traditional ruler of the community, who is also the security coordinator of the town, Mr. Stephen Willier, told journalists on Saturday that the decision by the cabinet was because of the infiltration of the community by persons suspected to be criminals. He said these unknown gun people have been camping in our land, a large expanse of land in the outskirts of the community, and we suspect that they are criminals. It is already Christmas, and most of our people who live in the US, UK, and other places will be coming home. So the cabinet of the traditional ruler of our community, Owele Ike Maxi Oliebi, decided that it would be good to protect our people during this period. Boulier said the community has also equipped the local vigilantes to be able to combat any external forces that they may pose a challenge to the community, while adding that there was no truth in the information flying on social media that the soldiers were invited to extort or molest the people. He explained that the community had previously reported the invasion of their land by unknown gun persons to the police and DSS, but no action had been taken. He emphasized that the traditional ruler Igwemasi Ike Oliobi did not invite the soldiers to intimidate the citizens, as alleged by an indigene of the community, Chibike Owaji, in the town's WhatsApp platform. The security coordinator revealed that 3 prominent indigenes had been attacked in various parts of the community, including Market Square. He added that the hoodlums have also drawn a list of prominent Nimo people they plan to attack. He begged Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo led government to come to their aid to ensure that the hoodlums are dislodged from their land. Alright, this is what is currently being faced in the southeastern part of Nigeria, ala Biafra, ala Igbo. Formerly, it was not like this. I remember Mbwezi Nokokwa, not even long time ago, just like 5 or 6, 7 years ago, when our people usually come home safely, even in the Nobodo, if you're not chacha with in the Ochaha, enjoy amichono, eri amichono. But now, things has actually changed. Meanwhile, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us, kindly go ahead, subscribe, like, and comment, share. Also, remember to all your notification buttons so that whenever our news is dropping, you'll be the first to collect it. Thank you for listening. God bless you. To play, but in the end, my predominant occupation is to see that the situation is confined to the dustbin of history as quickly as possible by increasing the participation of our royal fathers, our town unions, our churches, etc., and have a whole of society approach to the issue. Most miscreants are known within the various communities. Well, like I was just saying, injustice, real or imagined, bring contempt, protest, agitation, and a general feeling of let it all burn. But that only comes when you feel discontented from what you wish to burn down. Of course, I do not condone such actions, but there are indeed genuine concerns that have not been addressed. And over time, these concerns began to find expression in anger as a result of frustration. To answer your questions, it's a complicated situation, and that is why we must bring this conversation within a context. For instance, Nnamdi Kanu was not just detained, IPOB wasn't formed today. By today's realities, the government, Kanu, and IPOB are variables in the crisis we face in the southeast today. So, yes, his detention and subsequent protests for his release have given an opportunity for mischief makers, be they common criminals or actors from other segments of the society, to take advantage and pursue their own goals to the detriment of all. A clear understanding of this fact must guide us in finding a lasting solution. All right, this is what is coming from Odumegwu Ojukwu's son. This is what is coming from Odumegwu Ojukwu's son. Ojukwu Jr. Well, I have been expecting this from him for a long time, even though a lot of people expected much from Bianca Ojukwu because of the offices he occupied. First, he was ambassador, now a minister, and as it is, she's a woman, and of course, you know that a woman is someone you married from another family and brought into that family. If the person somehow, carries the characters of the husband, is somehow a kind of coaching. Maybe the husband coached the person into doing that. But there is a difference between the person's child and the person's wife. And I have been expecting that Mazi Ojukwu's son would have become someone better, someone greater than the father in pursuit of the freedom of his people. But unfortunately, those baton has been passed to others. The person was, at the time, it was Rike, and secondly, it was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and now Simon Ekpa, and also Ngozi Orabueze. Well, as it is, if you look at what is happening, ndị be anyị nwere okwu a na-ekwu n'Igbo asị ka akwụọ mmiri n'oge mgbe ọ nọ n'obu ọkpa tupu o lue n'ikpere, ka agba ọsọ mmiri na a na-ama ọkwa mmiri maka gịnị? Maka ozuzie, maka ozuzie, maka ozuzie. That's it, my people. But ihe emebigo. The governors in the southeastern part of Nigeria allowed this issue to get to this point, even the government, because everybody was doing Obasaram. I get this song where they sing, I don't care, Owelo onyo metu bembo, I don't care, Owonyo metu berenambo. If he never touch you, you no go know. But as it is now, the insecurity is touching everybody. Ya will not touch again. Ya touch a member of your organization. Ya will not touch a member of your organization. Ya touch a member of your church. Ya will not touch a member of your church. Ya touch your worker. Ya can not touch your worker. Yeah, mega affect. Because Eddie clear sit at home, it practically affects everybody in the southeastern part of Nigeria. That is just it. That's how it has been. So, I think it's high time. The other day, the governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, made a comment. He said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release might not be able to put an end to the insecurity in the southeastern part of Nigeria. One thing about the governors in Southeast is about drawing conclusion. They just come up, draw conclusion without making effort first. Meanwhile, Kanu in the DSS detention said, free me, and all these things will stop at one time. But nobody paid attention because somehow the governors are using him as a political dog, because they know that whenever you mention the name of Nnamdi Kanu, Ndi Igbo must vote for you. Whenever you say, I want to release Nnamdi Kanu, Igbo people must listen to you. Whenever you bring up the case of Nnamdi Kanu, they must pay attention. And they found advantage in that, and they have been using that advantage since 2021 to date. It did not even start today, it started since 2017. The kind of crowd that Nnamdi Kanu is carrying is that if you come out in any state, whether Abia State, whether Anambra State, whether Ebonyi State, whether Enugu State, to say, I want to become the governor, the citizens there will gladly give in the governorship, even though we know that elections in this country is not free and fair. They say the election should be free and fair. It's not free and fair. It is it's just buying. It's money buying. Meanwhile, this is where everyone is. Thank you for listening. God bless you.